Hello, good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday with Sunless Sea. And this is the last week that I'm going to be playing Sunless Sea for a while. I switch my Try Not to Die Thursday games very irregularly, and I feel like it's time to switch games again. So this will be the last week of Sunless Sea. Next week will be Lost Epic, and then after that, there will be another different game. Which I know, but I'm not going to say. Ha 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 ha! But in any case, we should get started on Sunless Sea. Now, I left myself a incredibly brightly colored post-it note, because that's the kind of post-it note I have around here, to deal with Benthic College. First, before I do anything else. So, I do that from my lodgings, for some reason. Here we go. An invitation to Benthic College. Your travels have caught someone's attention. Now, going by the icon, this is because of my visit to the the Empire of Hands. So, what does Benthic College want with the Ape Kingdom, is the question. I guess I'm gonna have to find out, huh? I'm not looking forward to finding out. Alright, let's go. Benthic College is pleased to invite you to an exclusive and educational evening with Lady Agatha Treadgold, delightful adventuress and raconteuse of thrilling true tales of feist and spunk. On the back is a scribbled note. Come speak to me afterwards, darling. Opportunity beckons. Now, I mean, I was making a lot of off-color jokes last night. So, the instinct is still in me when I read true tales of feist and spunk. But I'm gonna try and restrain myself very, very hard here. Alright, so the options are attend the lecture, opportunities are always worth exploring at least, or not at the moment, you have better things to do right now. Now, I'm here to find out what the heck is going on with this, so let's attend a lecture. A trip to Benthic. Benthic is the most open-minded of the London colleges. You find yourself waiting for the lecture in a queue of students, devils, and bohemians, observed with some scorn by passers-by in Somerset colors. Well, there goes what reputation I had. Alright, okay, out the window it goes. There, yeah. Sailing away. The delightful adventuress. Her feet have trodden lands most in the Neath have never even heard of. Her eyes have seen every opportunity for fame and glory while there. An evening with the delightful adventuress. Whoever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat is empty as she takes the stage. The fine cuisine of the Chelenate, the darling claymen, all but a prelude, my dears. Her stories tend towards the fanciful and conveniently unprovable, but the delightful adventuress has the credulous audience spellbound for hours. Many of her tales of monsters and lost cities have a common theme. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Leonora Fortesque, the quite adorable, daring archaeologist with whom she sparked a bracing rivalry back at finishing school. The rest are tales, bitter as the sourest grapes, of being cheated of triumphs by the very same Fortesque, whose fanciful fictions are fit only for the penny dreadfuls. Oh my! An academic rivalry? I've never heard of such a thing! By the end, her stories are notably more bitter than boastful. She still receives a standing ovation. An occurrence. Your Empire of Hands monkey business quality is now 14. Oh dear. This does not fill me with confidence. This fills me with concern. A business proposition. The delightful adventuress's masked clayman Barnabas escorts you to the principal of Benthic's study, where she sits sipping brandy by the fire. Well, at least she's a woman of taste. hello, good evening. Thank you very much for the resubscribe. 22 months, my goodness, we're coming up on 2 years. Oh, how has it been 2 years already? It's good to see you, Loppy. Ah, my dear Capitano. Oh, no. Oh, she's one of those. Firelight glints in her eyes as she raises the glass. I hear you are recently returned from the empire of... Oh, monkeys? Hands. Yes, of course. It is a rare breed that can make such a voyage. Foolhardy, too, perhaps. No idea. Something about time flying when you're having fun. Oh, I see. Yeah, that could explain quite a bit. Yeah. Where am I? Ah, here we are. She sips her brandy. I wish to charter a no doubt fine vessel to that primitive little island chain. There, I shall find out what I need to show up that infernal Leonora Fortescue once and for all, and you, the delightful adventuress squints, sizing you up. Sufficient compensation will not be a difficulty. A most mutually beneficial arrangement, you will agree. My monkey business keeps rising. It's at 15 now. Why, just talking to her makes the monkey business rise. Okay, so I can accept, it is a long voyage, but you know the way. Or I can refuse, I have more important business to attend to. You know what? I'm gonna accept. I admit to being curious where this goes. Alright, we're going back to the monkeys. Splendid. The delightful adventuress drains her glass dry. Then we shall see you upon the morrow for the voyage. Barnabas, pack my valise. Adventure awaits. I now have one delightful adventuress, and my monkey business has reached 19. Okay, well, that takes care of that post-it note. I'll just make it go away now. Going back to the Empire of Hands. But is there anything else that I need to do in London while I'm here? That is the question. What do I have in the hold? Empty mirror catch box, a Sooth and Cooper long box, a firkin of prisoner's honey. The delightful adventurer is cargo. That is unfortunate. What else have I got? An extraordinary implication. 2 drowning pearls, a soulless fruit, an ambiguous eolith. Well, I believe the extraordinary implication would be sold to the... Do I sell it to the scholar, or do I hang on to it? I might as well hang on to it. It's not taking up any cargo space, at least. Unlike the adventuress. Why couldn't she be like her clayman and not take up any space? Well, the Empire of Hands is quite far away. Which is... yeah, having enough fuel is going to be an issue. This is gonna be tricky, I think. Alright, do I have a recent news? I believe I do. Yes, I have a recent news. Alright. Let's do some shopping. Fuel. Alright, we're full. We are full, and I am concerned. I have many concerns. I have a lot of concerns. Let's go. It'll be a little... Wait a minute. Let me double check. Oh. I want to go up. Okay, we will not be stopping by the light ship. Come to think of it, have I talked to my new officer to find out what her thing is? Ah. Well, I can't do that without coffee, which I can only get in London, so yeah, some other time. Ma'am. Okay. It would be nice, I think, if there were, like, longitude and latitude that I could actually keep track of. But, yeah. Alright, let's turn the light back on. I've been keeping it off to save fuel, but this is a very dark ocean and people are getting terrified. Okay, if I just keep going this way, I should see Pigmote Isle before forever. Oh goody, fog. But yeah. This is the main thing that I can do since I haven't managed to find Station 3. Oh, actually, I should cross off the thing for the Longshanks taking the Longshanks gunner to Khan's Shadows since I dropped her off there and I'll never see her again. Caused quite a debate during that stream because I counted that as a death despite the fact that she didn't die. Oh, I would prefer not to attract the attention of that Jilly. I have attracted the attention of that Jilly. I would prefer not to fight that Jilly. Oh. Leave me alone! I don't want to fight you. I don't want nothing to do with you, in fact. Hail, Cavia! We have arrived at Pigmote Isle. Hail, Cavia! The Nice most adorable nation scurries around your legs. Scintillac harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on towering edifices, some of them almost neck-high. London will never believe a bloody word of this. Okay, so first thing we do is compile a port report. Captain Whiskers, the Admiralty calls you, so you've heard. At least they pay you to laugh at your reports. That they do. Alright, anything else besides helping Kavya resolve a dilemma? No, not really. Alright, let's help them resolve a dilemma. An aide runs over. Hairless advisor, you return to us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once again. The eyes of the Z turn to Pigmote Isle. The lights of London call to our people, Hairless advisor. They seek the warmth of its lamps, the abundance of food. The aide leads in. Already the traders repurpose the impossible lamb's hull into rafts and boats for their shameful and terrible exodus. We cannot survive if our people desert us. What should we do? An opportunity beckons. If they are desperate to leave, they will pay for passage. Okay. Suggest appealing to their patriotism. Remind them why they came here and what they can still become. This is a very modest challenge with a 72% chance of success. Or recommend a display of force. Have them escorted back to town at sword point. This is a chancy challenge with a 60% chance of success. I'm gonna take the modest challenge. Let's appeal to their patriotism. A rousing speech. Diplomacy works. The emigrants are taken aback by the arrival of soft words and outstretched paws and the promise of forgiveness. A few still risk the Z and its many dangers, but most accept Kavya's offered amnesty and return. I succeeded in a spirit challenge. Civilization here on Pigmote is now 3. And I gained 50 fragments. Nice. Okay. I could buy Scintillac, but I really don't have the cargo space, so I'm not going to. Plus, I don't know what use I would have for it at this point. So instead, I'm just going to pause. Okay. If I go over the top of Polythreme, that should get me to the Empire of Hands. And get a bit more exploring done. So, out we go. Turn! I hate that this is the fastest my ship goes. And just because there are unexplored areas around here, I'm going to start sending out the Z-Bat every now and then. Just to see if Station 3 pops out of the mists. Welcome to the Sea of Voices. I don't like how the ground is wreathing. Oh, no, don't want anything to do with them. Tides of appetite, huh? Oh, why are there screaming faces? Oh, this is, no, 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 do not like. Unfinished pirates? What the heck? I've gotten too far north. The pirates are confused. Oh, the lilies. I have definitely gone too far north. Wait, 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 wait. Hold on a moment. The bat found something. The pirates are probably just getting tired. The poor things seem to have oars. Yeah, yeah. Like, they did say that they were unfinished pirates, so... Okay, here's the top of Polythreme, I think. Keeps pointing out the Sea of Lilies. I might go through there on my way back, but... Those islands look like clusters of lily pads. Yes, yes they do. That's why it's the Sea of Lilies. Shoo! Yeah! Oh no, 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 no. Bad shark, bad shark. No biscuit. Did it just spit something at me? Oh, my poor hull. Particularly tormented bound shark. It's got 210 hit points. Oh man. We approached the Empire of Hands. We made it! I have 25 hull left. Thank you so much, shark. 200 HP and angst. So the angst counts as hit points? Oh no, not one of those things. Alright, turn, turn, turn! It was a tormented shark. Well, I don't know that torment counts for having more hit points. Wouldn't torment count for having less hit points? Been debating on getting this game for so long. Oh, it's a good game, Melorav. Also, welcome. Good evening. I may not live to get back to London, so this'll be a thing. Alright, a delightful welcome. The delightful adventuress leans over the rail of the ship, sniffing the humid air with evident distaste. What a filthy, damp little place. Oh well, we shall endure. Ask your flagellants and I have a policy of not asking the flagellants anything in Darkest Dungeon. I don't want to know what they'd say. I don't care what the question is. At the sight of the mare hobbling up, she straightens. A thin, insincere smile spreads across her face. Ah, you there, my good primitive, she calls, striding down the ramp and clasping his arm tight. Now then, I come in search of your first Emperor's vault, and for that I shall be needing a few things. Some of your finest workers, and tools, and some food. Do you understand me? She shakes her head, barely waiting for a response. Food, she repeats. Comprenas? Oh dear, I see we shall be here for a while. Listen, I hear you fellows rather like souls. Shall we discuss that like higher primates? Payment for the journey. Barnabas stays to settle up while his mistress negotiates the value of her soul with the mayor. The first thing you're gonna do is sell your soul to the monkey? That's the first thing you're going to do. Alright, have fun. A man with no face. Barnabas removes his mask with what looks to be a silent moment of great relief. Underneath is nothing, just a flat surface where his face should have been. Ah, an unfinished clay man, one of those flawed products of Polythreme that follow their own rules. If only you'd known that before he boarded. Of course, that's why the adventuress never mentioned it. He silently presents you with your agreed fee, dips his head in a polite bow, and lumbers back to his mistress. It appears she has struck a deal with the mayor. The delightful adventuress will establish a base camp on Fountainhead Island. She welcomes your assistance as one who has proven to not be entirely useless. 200 Echo, my monkey business is now 20, and I no longer have a delightful adventuress, and I'm glad. Okay, so we have Sailing the Empire of Hands, or Port Staunton. I'm going to start with Port Staunton. Soul-hungry monkeys reluctantly tend this trading post, waiting for an opportunity to escape. Bloated fleas hop from ape to man and man to ape, gorging themselves without a care for which is which. Okay, so we have shore leave. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There is no authority beyond the fence. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Mellorav. That will give you access to some of the cutest follower emotes on Twitch and allow you to earn channel points faster for my myriad of channel point rewards. An audience with the civilized mayor? Talk business? Why yes, yes, of course we shall. But after a cup of tea, one must do these things correctly. Compile a port report. Now that the Admiralty has been brought up to date, this will be far quicker. Unfortunately, also less profitable. The Zeppelin, intense work is underway across the bridge. Alright, port report time. Letters from the Wild-Wheeled Court. You write down your latest discoveries and seal them, ready for delivery on return to fall in London. Assuming I make it there on 25 Hull. Excited. Oh, no problem, Elorav. Oh, look at that. You already found the emotes. I'm so glad. Let's check out the Zeppelin. Intense work underway across the bridge. My monkey business is 20. Does that make a difference? Turned away. 2 monkey guards wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them. Walk away. Walk faster. Good human. La-di-da. Let's see. Unlocked with no more than 0, a rusty locket. The picture of a small blonde baby is inside. Ooh. Okay, that's made me curious enough. Let's go on shore leave. The locals call this Shell Beach. It is a place of death, where the bones and still-rotting carcasses of man and ape alike are left to the thirst of the Zee. The charnel history of the Empire of Hands stretches out among the flies and the maggots of the apes who would be men and their stolen civilization. Something glints. Around the neck of a skeleton, a locket. You pocket it, though it does not look like it's worth much. The Zee infamously takes much. Sometimes, though, it gives back. Perhaps this will prove to be such a time for some hopeful soul out there. Now, the main thing here is that when I read the description, it said a small blonde baby. And I look up at my crew, and I notice there is a blonde there. And what I know is that this is Maybe's daughter. So this interests me. Alright, I gained 10 terror. I hope it was worth it. And I now have a rusty locket. Okay, so now there is poke around the shore. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There is no authority beyond the fence. Or an audience with the civilized mayor. Interesting. Let's take an audience with the mayor. A polite welcome. Darling, do come in, the civilized mayor purrs. Whatever can I do for you? The soul of the delightful adventuress sits comfortably in him, a 4-souled ape of cold ambition and very few scruples. Don't like it. In better times, being overseer of Port Stanton gave the incumbent their pick of visitors to the Empire. Now is as thankless a task as any to be found underneath. Alright, I could sell my soul to the mayor. He doesn't have much to offer, but if you aren't using it, he'll pay 200 echoes That's a no. That's a negatory. That's Mm-mm. Acquire fresh supplies. Oddly little of the Empire of Hand's natural bounty is edible. The monkeys will help you find the edible stuff for a fee. I want fuel. Acquire emergency fuel. The mayor smiles tightly. As a four-soul ape with ambitions, he cannot be seen to be anything but cunning, ruthless, and avaricious to a fault. The part of him that was the delightful adventuress only cheers him on. The fuel will cost an expensive 60 echoes per barrel. Oh, can I would like to get somewhere better. I feel like I can get somewhere on 14 fuel. I feel like I can get somewhere more affordable. But I will take some food, I think. A crate of berries, fruits, and more. Most of them taste unpalatably bitter, but they will do you and your crew no harm in the short term. Okay, one more. And we are not going to pay the Seaway robbery for the fuel. We're going to try and find some place where the fuel is less expensive. Out I go. The mayor returns to pretending to work. Outside, a crowd of monkeys that has absolutely not been listening in scampers away. Okay. Well, that's spectacular. I think I will skip poking around on the shore because terror is already pretty darn high. But what if, while I'm holding this locket, I talk to Maybe? Nope. Nope, nothing there. I would need a strange catch. Alright. Zailing the Empire of Hands, I don't think would be anything profitable at this point. You know, I can probably buy fuel at Khan's Heart if I can get there without getting broken. I know better than to go back this way. That shark's gonna still be there. Well, let's sail down to the Chelenate. Maybe they have fuel that they won't charge me hunting trophies for. Oh, yeah, avoiding our not friend over here, of course. Tussler's channel? Channel to where? Oh man, it's a lot of hazardous bones around here is what there is. That's the port over there, right? Now, the Admiralty does want a special report from here, but unfortunately I don't have the currency with which it is paid. But hopefully they'll sell me fuel. Welcome to the Chelinate. Waves lap the slappy sides of a vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Chelonites loaf on wooden docks around the shell side, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in a festive butcher's window. All around you, the sea is rank with scraps of ancient flesh. Alright, there's shore leave of the Chelinate, which is a high-risk challenge. Beer and roistering are cheap here, but the hunters of the Chelinate take their roistering seriously. You can't be sure your crew will make it back safely. Obtaining a doomed monster hunter, which is locked. Chelinate is stiff with monster hunters, awash with the pelican juices that give them strength. A good number of them are doomed, too, but you'll need to provide for their families. Meet your contact who demands a hunting trophy. So I can't get my Admiralty report. The mutilated hunter makes her home in a plastron at the wretched end of the shell. Well, the more wretched end. Her face is half immobile from a jellyfish sting. Give her a hunting trophy and she'll share Z-gossip. Compile a port report. How does one express this very striking smell? Tails for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Show off a hunting trophy that I don't have. Young Chelinates gather around your ship, pressing their chalked palms to your bow. They demand stories. Alright, compile a port report. The limits of meaningful expression. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edges of the senses. The Chelinites, watchful despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. Joy. Got a port report. And they do not, in fact, sell fuel here. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate indeed. Well, my next closest hope is Khan's Shadow. I'm fairly certain that Khan's Heart will sell it to me, but... But frankly, turning in a port report for Khan's Shadow gives me a bit of a terror reduction, so... Man, I wish I'd taken a Radis Faber on board. It's very nerve-wracking being this far away from London when I'm this damaged. Horrors below. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Call them away, don't look, or bring out the nets. Well then, let's catch it. A very chancy challenge with a 48% chance of success. Look away. Look away! A shudder in the hull. Whatever's down there, it's better not to know. They'll forget soon enough. Lost one terror. Welcome to Khan's Shadow. Oh no. No, 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 no. Man, it was right between me and the port, too. Now I'm gonna use up an extra half a barrel of fuel just to get in there. Oh, please let them have fuel. Khan's shadow. Long ago, the Khanate turned its back on its warrior traditions. It has no place for pirates and would-be nomads, so here, in the shadow, the exiles make their home amid 100 wrecked, grounded, decommissioned ships. Okay, I can acquire a doomed monster hunter, which is locked. The rebel lords of the Khanate are hungry for the secrets of the Dawn Machine. One among their number will volunteer to die for you should you provide what they need. Compile a port report. So many malcontents, so little time. Have a one-eyed Scrimshander carve something from your hunting trophy, which I don't have. His tools are laid before him in a neat row. Compile that port report. Closely written notes. Conniving, debauching, speechifying, drinking, singing, speechifying, poeting. Now and then a drunken duel. Very occasionally a savage ritual murder. That's a port report. Stores? Okay, Dearly Departed definitely doesn't sell. But wait, Traveler's Friend. Fuel, supplies, and wonders. A mirror catch box full of very angry dream snakes. I'm kind of glad I don't have one of those aboard ship. I could sell my empty mirror catch box here and get back that space in my inventory, which will allow me to buy more fuel. Oh, I like it. What is this mile breaker thing? This frankly sinister device reduces the amount of fuel that an engine uses. It also really frightens the crew. Apparently that's necessary. Okay. Yeah, let's sell the empty mirror catch box. It's interesting the things I can buy here. I could buy 2 more outlandish artifacts to take back to London. But first, fuel. You know what? I will. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, or something. Alright. This should hopefully be enough fuel to get me back to London with a couple of stops along the way. Definitely going to be trying to avoid combat as much as possible, for the obvious reasons. Still, thank you so much, Khan's Shadow. I appreciate it. Also, your fuel is a lot less expensive than I would have at gotten at the Khanate, so I'm also thankful for that. Not going to be stopping at the Khanate today. Trying to get a port report there is just an exercise in getting more and more suspicion, and yeah. Nah. I am gonna try to turn upwards once we've crossed the buildings here. Touch base with Port Cecil. You know, assuming there isn't anything lurking in between me and Port Cecil. Welcome to the Principles of Coral. Okay, we turn north at the wreck of the Emperor Wolfgang. Avoiding that shark. I hate coming at the Principles from this side, but I didn't really give myself much choice, so... Turn, 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 turn. Aha! Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light, among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Alright, so there is playing chess. Chess is popular in the Principles. This port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful, the chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the Principles, that can be very dangerous. This is a very chancy challenge with only a 49% chance of success. Because pages is not one of my better stats. Explore the coral knoll around Port Cecil. Sea laps dark around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go carefully. Gather intelligence. What happens here? Put a Blemigan ashore, which I don't have. Are you certain? I would if I had one. Sell your Apostian chess piece, which I don't have. If you have no other use for it, one of the chess addicts certainly will. Gather scintillac. The best of the coral will fetch a high price in London, but walk the reefs of the Principles and you risk delusion and despair. Take your crew and go carefully. This has only a 36% chance of success. And I currently do not have a use for scintillac, so no reason to take the chance. Let's gather some intelligence to compile a port report. Chess, dreams, silver light. The older inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral incrustations like a disease, splotched with silvery light. They like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbor, to lay their heads against the pillars and towers, stare at the roof of the Neath, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Khanate's work, the smuggler wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. I mispronounced Fathom King, and I apologize to him. Huh? Tears. Your cheeks are wet. You think for a moment that it's sweat, but then the sorrow hits you like a falling stalactite. You are weeping. You double over, inconsolable. Weep, give yourself over to it, or control yourself. Stifle your sobs. What is this? Why this sorrow? Oh, I've been present for the light too often, haven't I? All right, cry it out. Cry it out. The flood tide. Ah. Your crew watch in alarm as you collapse to the boards. Tears burst from your eyes. Your body is racked with sobs. It passes as suddenly as it started, but your thoughts are stained dark with unlikely grief. Gained a terror and 4 fragments. I wonder if that was the right choice. I could explore the knoll. Wait a minute, the shipyard? Oh. It's good that I bought in the Khanate. Well, Khan's shadow. No, I cannot repair my ship here, more's the pity. I choose to leave the Coral Knoll alone right now. Terror is very high, and I'm still quite far from London. So let's try and make it to Demo Island. Down through here. Try and sail through this light thing because that helps with the terror for some reason. Avoid that other ship. Try and figure out what just set off the alarms. I'm not sure. What keeps setting off the... Oh, them. Oh, no, it's her. No, 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 no. We are not playing this game today, lady. Ha ha ha! You won't shoot me while I'm in port. Alright. We're at the Iron and Misery Company funging station. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant Belega shrooms for building materials, harvesting Kirli for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable Factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Ah, quite mad. How can we be of assistance? Alright, we can have tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he could spare an hour away from his schedule. We can explore the island. Close crowded thickets of Belegas and Skirli. The Iron and Misery Company fells them daily, but they grow back almost as fast. The interior of the island is dark and wild. Accept a volunteer. One of company's Belegas fellers has negotiated an early release from her contract. It's the sproutlings, she tells you, her face pleading. I keep picking them out of me porridge, and me hair, and me eyes. Take me away. I'm a good worker. Compile a port report. The Admiralty likes to keep an eye on Iron and Misery's activities. Provide a respite from mushrooms if I had a strange catch. Here, it's mushrooms for every meal. A sign on the dock, blotched by mildew, promises a reward for anyone who provides an alternative. Trade 2 strange catches for a Sooth and Cooper long box. Gather supplies. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck! Now, my terror is too high to actually do that, so we're going to compile a port report. The business of spores. Of course, I&M's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. And let's have tea with the Factor. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the Gant Pole where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principals of Coral, the infestation at Featherhaven. He also has a load of Boligas frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff, I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. Lost 2 terror, I'm down to 58. Gained 10 fragments and the supplies. And that is pretty much all that I can do here. So I'm just going to pause for a moment. I would like to go to Mutton Island, then to the lightship, then to London. I choose to believe that I have enough fuel to pull that off. I don't think I have enough fuel to like go to Guider's Moor in Mutton Island and then fall in London. I am probably not that lucky. But also we have to wait for her flare to wear off. What is going on here? You know what? I choose not to think too hard about it. Okay. Off to Mutton Island. Avoiding the pirate steam pinnace, please. Yep, they lost me. They lost me as soon as I went out of the light. Horrors below again? Call them away. Okay, lost a terror. Turn the lights back on. Fog is good. Fog is good. No! Oh no. No! Come on, lose me in the fog. Lose me in the fog. I'm running out of fog. Lose me. Lose me! They lost me. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. I don't want to die. The bats took one of my supplies, too. Here we are at Quaker's Haven, where everything is bad and wrong. Here we are. There was a very, very bad festival on Mutton Island this life. This is after the festival. Mutton Island rests silently under the false stars. No smoke rises from the chimneys. No feet tread the streets. No ruddy-cheeked locals trade rustic aphorisms on the jetty. What has happened? All right. I'm probably not going to do most of these, but entertain your crew's terrified speculations. Each of them has a theory about what happened on the island. Explore the shore. What's that on the beach? Investigate the Cock and Magpie. It was the heart of the village once. Investigate the hill. A hunched shape looms on the hilltop. Explore the village. You wander through the empty, winding streets. Seaweed hangs from windowsills. Thatches are sodden. Drenched bunting hangs limply from the eaves. And compose a port report, brief though it may be. Compose that port report. Little to report. Still here, still sodden, empty as a politician's promises. Oh, this place. There is something super weird about this place. Gonna go around this way in the hopes of avoiding the baby crab, because in my current state of only having 20 hull, I can't even risk that much. Okay, going to go up to the lightship over here, because I didn't find anybody else to give my recent news to, so even though it's still not very recent, they'll reduce my terror a little bit and give me a Z story. Clear, bright beam warms the way. Give the crew news of home. Lost a recent news, lost 5 terror, gained a Z story. Alright, to London. Almost home, almost made it. I may yet live. Okay, good enough. Straighten out. Didn't straighten out quite enough, but it'll be fine. We are home! The Revenue Men. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. This will also reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. I don't think it is, but no sunlight-filled mirror catch box, no unstamped souls of any kind, and definitely no romantic literature. Declare all controlled goods. Pay the customs duty on any untaxed souls or romantic literature you're carrying. Surrender any smuggled sunlight. This will also reduce your suspicion. I don't need to do that, but if I did need to do it, who knows? Talk your way out of the search. Today's duty officer is no respecter of the Admiralty. She will look ill on any attempt to frighten her with military credibility, but she's an amateur antiquarian. Huh. That would require 5 favor with the antiquarian. Interesting. Or set something aside. They needn't know about every little trinket you have. This is a straightforward challenge with a 100% chance of success, which I still don't need because I'm not carrying any contraband, so let them do their worst. Vexed and frustrated, they roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last they leave. Menace's suspicion hasn't changed because it's lower than 5. The lights of London welcome you home. This storylet only appears when you beat at sea for a little while. A breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the quay side, the terrors of the deep sea lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dreams may cling. Oh, I have invited nightmares. Coming home. Terror is always reduced to 50 when you return to London, if it's higher. However, if your terror was high, you may suffer nightmares later. Okay, my nightmare has a strength of 2. I'm gonna have to spend the extra money to get some restful nights, I think. Alright, let's collect messages from the Harbour Master. All the clatter and song at the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages? Let's see. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. The alarming scholar has invited you to call on them at the university. A free evening, and the Rose Market has opened up again. Okay. Well, the alarming scholar has invited me to call on them, so let's go speak to the alarming scholar. The alarming scholar is mercurial to say the least, a creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly their appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep their razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? A little present from the scholar. You've been so very helpful, I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Dark glass. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it has vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. Gain 2 supplies! And we're going to leave them alone for the moment. Alright, the Venturer. The Venturer wanted, one of 2 things. Either 7 outlandish artifacts or 7 parabola linen. And I have brought them... I've brought him... the 7 outlandish artifacts. So, 1,500 echoes for 7. Oh, thank you, thank you. When I look at these, I want so much to travel again, but there's only one journey left in me, I think. You, on the other hand. The Venturer has a request. Speak to him further or check your journal. Gained an objective, the Venturer's Venture. Lost 7 outlandish artifacts. Gained 1,500 echo. Nice. Okay, so... just give me a moment here. I'm going to cross off the previous request. And I'm going to have to start a new line. Because I don't have another line. Alright, what is he looking for? Something sorrowful. We all know where to find human skulls. I appreciate that it can be difficult to negotiate for them. 500 echoes and no questions asked. Okay. Alright, 7 lamentable relic. Oh, that would be some time gathering, or something dark. They grow it in the Elder Continent to the south. You can find it in Adam's Way, or Port Canelian, or the Khanate, perhaps. 700 echoes. Yes, perhaps I just drink a lot of coffee. Or 7 sacks. Coffee. Now there's a thing. You can buy that in London, you know, sir. 700 echoes, huh? One moment here. Behold, coffee. 50 times 7. Give me a moment. 350. Not much of a profit. Easy, but not much of a profit. Okay, what else do I have kicking around? Oh yes, the port reports. This cannot be sold on the London markets. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's go turn in the port reports. Submit port reports. Port Cecil, the principles of coral. I have no idea why anyone thought that settlement was a good idea. Alright, 30 echo and a fuel. Pigboat Isle, I'm not certain I heard you correctly. Are you quite certain that this is the report you wish to make? So be it. 10 echo and a fuel. Empire of Hands. Oh, goodness. What are those accursed monkeys up to now? Don't let the revenue men catch you trading with them. 50 echo and a fuel. Chelinate. Is it still as revolting as they say? What about the smell? 50 echo and a fuel. Khan Shadow. Oh, these are always fun. Come on, let's hear it. Report submitted. Other officials gather round to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about Khan that the Shadow produces so efficiently and so entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter and encourages the deputy reporter to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. 30 echo, a fuel, lost 5 terror, and that's about everything that's changed, I think. Quaker's Haven. They were always a funny lot. Probably got their comeuppance. Alright, 5 echo and a fuel. Demoe Island. You've been to Demoe's Gate. 20 echo and a fuel. And I don't need to speak to the Admiral right now. Okay, what do I have left? I'm still ignoring Mr. Sachs. Let's see what Roser's Wharf has up on offer. A prim baronet is looking for an unread log. He brushes back rose petals from his shoes. The wharf is strewn with them whenever the rose market congregates. So he's looking for an unread log, yeah. A tattooed courier will pay well for a consignment of Scintillac. Her skin is crowded with bright ink. Her smile is cocky. That's 1 Scintillac. Huh. Okay. I don't think I need anyone, but let's see who's up on offer anyway. A new recruit who awaits your attention. The brisk campaigner. Hoy, you need a real physician, none of your surgeons. The brisk campaigner is a skilled doctor who increases hearts and iron. and costs 50 echo. I already have 2 doctors. So, nah. Or I could get another sailor for cheap. Yeah, okay. One cheap sailor. For 5 whole echo. Lost a terror. Okay, let's read the paper. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor Empress has forbidden singing in the street outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps. One recent news, lost to terror, fragments remain unchanged. Okay, so what else? What else do I have? I hate that Intriguing Snippet has exactly the same icon as recent news. Okay. Let's get the ship repaired. Dry dock. Okay, so I can go with Leadbeater and Stainrod for 75 echo. Cotterell and Heather Sage for 100. Or I can spend some of my Admiral favors and 25 echo. Or, you know, roll the dice with the Radis Faber. 70% chance currently. I am going to go with Leadbeater and Stainrod today. That they usually give me about 60 points, which should be more than enough that I need to get fully repaired. All shall be well. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well, probably. Full hull. Bank account's looking nice. I could afford to get the Forked class Corvette here with a hull of 200. The hold capacity stays exactly the same, unfortunately, but yeah, it moves a bit faster and it's got a lot more armor. It's nice. But that would only leave me with 600 echo, and that is not a very good margin. I think I should try to make some more money before trading in trading vessels. Just so that I still have enough money to buy fuel and supplies afterwards. It means I can't take too many chances, but I'm still not having any luck finding Station 3. Perhaps I should just sail southward. I've really been fooling around a lot in the north this time around. Maybe I should run along the southern shore. Because I haven't been doing that much. Let's see, is there anything else in London that I should be doing besides, you know, refreshing my supplies? think I will just be buying more fuel and more food and heading out again. Okay. Let's go. Southward, I think. Since I have not run down along the south coast at all. Now, there is a battle strategy that I had read. Hey, it worked! Okay. Oh, I forgot to go to the bar. That's what I forgot to do. Butcher it for supplies. Pale and salty meat. The crew will feast. The glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades, so eat it while it's still fresh. Okay. Yui. I forgot to reduce my terror. That's what I forgot to do. So... But yeah, there's a battle strategy that I saw recommended, which is to fire on your target and then start backing away from it. A vast eye, it knows you. You cannot evade its gaze. A black, unsleeping taste. Again and again, you are alone on the wide black Z. The eye is aware. Then our nightmare will come upon you from time to time, inspiring terror. Gain restful nights at your lodgings to help you resist it. If you defeat it, you may gain a secret. Oh, man, okay. An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency this time. They're looking for firkins of red honey, which I don't have. I have nothing to hide. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than moldy ship's biscuit. Okay, so apparently I was gone long enough for stuff to change, which is interesting. But, alright, I'm gonna rest in my elegant townhouse for 100 echo. To reduce terror, heal 2 wounds, and give me 2 restful nights, which I'm gonna need because I have nightmares now. Sleep early, rise late. Take the air in Tyrant's Gardens. Take coffee at Caligua's Coffee House. Take advantage of a Z Captain's reputation. You get used to this. Lost 100 echo, lost 15 terror, and now have 2 restful nights to fight against my nightmares with. Can I still have a carouse? I can! 80% chance. Let's try it. Carouse! Make merry! A good night out. Sea shanties, good companionship in the warmth of a pub fire. Lost 5 more terror, lost 30 echo. Gained another recent news. Lost my free evening. Okay. Now that I've remembered to reduce my terror, let's buy some more fuel again. Terror reduction is expensive, especially when you forget to do it the first time. I mean, the backing away thing is probably more for faster ships than mine, but still, it worked pretty well against the baby crab at least. Reoccurring nightmare. Watched. The sea is bright as milk. False stars above are black on a pitchy bed. Someone is watching you. Its gaze enfolds your boat. You are transparent as glass. Flee the nightmare. Turn the helm and flee across the milk-bright sea. This will reduce nightmare strength. If it reaches 0, the nightmare will fade entirely. If you have any restful nights, they'll reduce the difficulty. This is a straightforward challenge with a 100% chance. Or go deeper into the nightmare. The eye wants to learn you. Well, let it. You'll learn the eye in turn. Increases its strength. If it reaches 5, you'll confront the nightmare. This is dangerous, but may win you a secret. That's not worth a secret. Flee. An escape? The sea churns in your wake. You pull away from the eye, into the shallower waters of waking, but a terror clings. Success! Gained 2 terror, lost a menace of nightmare strength, and I lost one of my restful nights. But if I get 1 more success off the restful night that I got, that's it for the nightmare. It's dead. Here's hoping. This sort of thing is exactly what I increased my hearts for. Because terror is inescapable in the Untersee. Crimean Canal. Whoops. Strategy doesn't work so good when they've gotten behind you. Haha! Supplies. Pale and salty meat. Okay, so, let's get back to a more forward distance. Whoop! Oh, that is definitely the Crimean Canal there. Okay, so now I have learned that the backing up strategy only works against certain opponents. And only if you hit S enough times and not just stop dead in the water. The Crimean Canal staging area. Here, the dark waters run down from the surface from a brighter sea. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. There is travel to the surface. The sun is dangerous to Neath dwellers like your crew, but the surface has its temptations. This requires 2 supplies and 22 fuel. Which, yeah, definitely don't have that on me at this time. Listen for surface gossip. The ships of the surface linger here. This is their lifeline to a warmer place. Gather information for a port report. Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something they missed. We're going to go for the port report. Business as usual. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the Untersee, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Alright, let's listen to some surface gossip. A sorry end. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble for coins that spill from her pockets, but you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names. Spies work? I have a move in the great game. Ooh. Okay. Anything to buy here? Just the usual stuff. Southward. Bat, don't fail me now. You failed me, Bat. Ah, there we go. That's something interesting. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has stung a stoker, and his fellows beat it to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. And we are being very careful not to attract the attention of that ship, which hopefully should be having its own problems with that whirlpool. Nobody here but us chickens. Oh, there's some big and scary ships around here. The Iron Republic, Hell's client state. Be wary, their laws are not the laws of man or nature. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy, calm harbor water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic, freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Okay. Listen, your fears line up on the quay, waiting, waving like old lovers. If you have Terror 70, engage an officer, the irrepressible cannoneer. Captain, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? That would be 20 echo for another gunner. I'm fine. Allow your sailors time ashore. Do they need shore leave this badly? Probably this will increase your terror. Perhaps something else horrible will happen. Great. The Market of Hungers, the Parliament of Flies. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils. Is it a parody of the bazaar? Today flies fill its arcades. Buzz, buzz. Compile a port report. It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell. Fund a tittering artificer's project. Nearly ready, yes, nearly ready. I need more. You can have the prototype. When it's done, take it. Kill with it. I want to see what damage you can do. Ammunition will be difficult. It will cost you so much. So much. But the weapon. Oh, the weapon. This is a forward-mounted weapon with unusual characteristics. Costs 7 Stygian ivory and 12 devil bone dice, which I do not have. I don't have the hull space for that sucker. I absolutely do not have the hull space to be carrying that around. But let's compile a port report. Fact and fiction. To record the public's events, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph buds eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stops bite. You do what you can. Gained pages. The Parliament of Flies is open for business. I've got another tale of terror and a memory of distant shores. Alright, let's check out the Parliament of Flies. Visit the shops tab. Gained a terror. House of Pleasures. The flies will caress you with their wings. Hurry up and purchase something. Alright. They'll buy Scintillac or romantic literature. They'll sell a Judgment's egg for a Judgment's... No, that for a colossal fluke core. You can buy fuel. Interestingly, you could buy a Dread Surmise for 9 searing enigmas. Or a bale of parabola linen. Well, none of these are of actual interest to me. Although, hopefully I will still be able to buy fuel elsewhere, because it's really cheap here. You know what, let's buy some more fuel. Let's buy a bunch of fuel. Okay. Normally I would say that I don't see any reason not to continue southward, but that big ship down there is making me really nervous, so maybe I'm going to head westward from here. You know, if I don't hit the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way to avoid that ship down there. I don't really want anything to do with it. Okay, Bat, do you have anything to say? The mists of the sea of autumn get into the eyes, the heart. It is not unusual to find yourself in unexpected tears. The Bat didn't find this harbor. What do we have here? The Mangrove College? The wise and the wicked seek sanctuary here, where the fruits are plenty and the woods wild. Ooh. A steaming sprawl of parasympathetic vegetation and a village, barely a village, hold walls, roofs in disrepair, stilts leaning dangerously. It looks to have been assembled by drunks in a hurry. Dock carefully. Okay, what are the options we have here? Pick up a passenger. The Mangrove College is named for its scholars and philosophers. They have long abandoned civilized comforts for the life of the mind. Sometimes they want those civilized comforts back. This would be interesting. Okay. Eat, drink, be merry. The philosophers of the college are not hospitable, but the whole shoreline is bursting with fruit and edible fungus. Reach up and it falls into your hand. Pick it up and it's already fermented. Okay. Gather supplies. You don't have time to stop and rest, but you can gather plenty of supplies. The college members will grumble, but there's enough to go around. Okay, this is... yeah, alright. Into the Wispways. The swamps around the village are full of mud, crocodiles, and vegetable treasures, including the notorious parasite called Sunless fruit. The fogs and spreading branches occlude all light. Take plenty of candles if you venture in. Okay, so this requires a supply and a candle. Oh, I see. Unpick the mysteries of other lands. The scholars of the college are hungry for lore. They'll help you put the pieces together. These will convert these items to a secret. That costs 77 fragments and 7 memories of distant shores. My goodness. Unpick the mysteries of the Sea. Some of the philosophers of the college have the grizzled air of old sailors, retired mariners, or pirates who have come here to avoid attention. That's 77 fragments and 7 Z stories. Compile a port report. Sages, scholars, philosophers, naturalists, poets, dreamers, here to pursue their rarefied ideas in a land of muddy fecundity. That's the port report. Go beachcombing. Ships come and go from the Mangrove College, often in secret. What might they have flung overboard? Put a Blemigan ashore, which I don't actually have one, but the college is already a crumbling mess, more plant than village. Unleashing a Blemigan here will only hasten the decline. No matter. Alright, port report first. Always the port report first. All shall be well. The thinkers of the Mangrove College continue their untroubled and sedentary existence. New schools of philosophy are born and die like bubbles. Extraordinary poetries are written in water. The occasional retired pirate tries and fails to get invited to salons. Alright. I've lost hunger. I've gotten a port report, and I gained a supply? Well, you know what? Let's gather supplies. Oh no. Too many supplies. Crew strips the strength of shoreline bare. It'll have to be burdened again. It'll be burdened again by next week, no doubt. Pick up a passenger? Oh no. Okay. The Mangrove College is named... Okay, a checkered character. The principals, Port Cecil, black and white and silver. Please take me there. Sooner or later, doesn't matter. I know how complex the moves can be. Okay, Alright. Passenger who takes up space to Port Cecil. Thank goodness I know where that is. Okay, I've made note. I'm running out of page. Oh dear. Felicia, why are you taking up so much paper? Okay, well, my hold is full. I guess it's time to go. Maybe if I head north through here, I'll find Station 3. It's usually not all that far from London, as far as I understand. What? Is that another one of the ghost ships, or is that a pirate? That's one of the ghosts. That's a pirate, though. Please lose me. Now, I know it says southeast, but the problem is that ship is between me and it, so it's gonna have to wait for some other trip, because, yeah. Not dealing with that bull. You know, things are getting more dangerous. Which of you was the one who increased my veils? Was it you? Yes. I need to be more sneaky deaky. Tell me a secret. Complex knowledge. She's serious when she gets talking. There's hard edges under the bluff and banter. More veils. More veils. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop there, not because I think I have enough veils, but because now it's 69, and that's very nice. I guess I might as well pull in at Guider's Morn, since I'm here. Basically got chased here, but... Burning blue, a hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Now, this is interesting because the light isn't even on right now. Attempt to calm them. There's a perfectly natural explanation with a 100% chance of success, or spin them a story. Ah, now any lubber knows what a blue light means. 100% chance. Calm them. Calm them. Light means dark. The darkness underneath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. That does remind me to turn my light back on, though. Alright, turn! Come on, you can do it! You can do it! On a dime! Guider's Morn. The Morn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The Corsair's citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship slowly rises from the sea. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher! Now the Untersee shimmers like glass below. Children clamoring in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. Alright, so we have the choices of an evening at the Errant Limpet. A drinking den by the dock cradles is a good place for your crew to find companionship and let off steam, but although Guider's Morn is a free port, the Corsairs prefer their own and look askance at respectable Londoners. It's a straightforward challenge with a 100% chance of success because my veils are very nice. Explore the Morn. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Morn. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. Introduce Blemigans to the Morn. So many nooks, so many crannies, so many villains. It seems only appropriate. If I had a Blemigan. Collect your ill-gotten gains. Have you been sending stolen ships to Corsair's forest? Overhear rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. A gleaming marauder is assembling an immense hoard of drowning pearls. His teeth are gold, his rings wink with scintillac. A locked box sits beside him, containing delicacies retrieved from the wispways. Train a drowning pearl for 2 soulless fruit. Gather intelligence. Guider's Morn swarms with pirates, smugglers, and captains of uncertain allegiance. You could learn a lot here, but you'll need to go carefully. This is a low-risk challenge with an 82% chance of success, which I am going to attempt for the port report. For the report! In caution. A steaming bathhouse on a spur of rock. Water slops over the edge of tubs, out over the edge to join the Z far below. Scarred captains boast drunkenly of the prizes they've taken and the victims they have marked out. You listen from the shadows. That is success. I now have a port report. Let's explore the Morn. A contrems with corsairs. Fights on the Morn have a staccato quality. A careless lunge will send you plummeting to your doom. So wait and choose your moment carefully. Fight! You're good at that. This is a tough challenge. I'm not very good because I only have a 40% chance of success. Or flee. The better part of valor is discretion. The better part of discretion is not falling off a high cliff onto a rock-fanged sea. This is a 82% chance of success, which I'm going to take because 80 is better than 40. Run! Away into the darkness. You plunge through a washing line, clatter down a flight of unsteady wooden stairs, cut across the fish market, and duck through a colonnade of faceless statues. Your pursuers are gaining on you until the statues, and then they drop back, disconcertingly, but they're gone. That is a success. I gained 3 terror, though. That is about it, I guess. I would like to explore this a bit. Obviously I can't go there because there's the ship in the way. But if I somehow manage to sail directly east from here, maybe I'll find something else. Something else that isn't trouble. Is that a pirate or a ghost ship? I think it's a ghost ship because I have not been prompted to shoot it. The Corsair's Forest is very close to the Crimean Canal this time around. I don't know how much I can trust my Z-Bat. I mean, it's found places, but it's also completely failed to tell me about places as well. Oh, we have a Restless Nights. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Inquire about their dreams the next morning. That's, what did they see? That's a tough challenge with only a 40% chance. Or ignore them. They can't be seen to be taking things seriously. Which is what I'm going to be doing. Lose one terror. The crew is subdued as they take their meals, but all is quiet in the next watch. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Yui, because I don't see any reason wasting my fuel going further south. I would really love to find Station 3. That would take care of multiple things for me. Which is why I'm coming back this way. There's these two unexplored squares near the Shepherd Isles. I think that Station 3 is usually near the Shepherd Isles. Like, I think they're in the same ocean set, but I don't know that for certain. So let's stop in at the Isles. Coming at it from the wrong side as usual. I really don't want to have anything to do with Agili. Oh, that was a close one. Sleep. Sheep. Lichen. Standing stones. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed, it's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeards lining the village square nod solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tales. Ask us anything. A picnic at the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew and kefir and stone bottles of cold, fresh spring water and row you over to the stones. Tales of the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers are happy to talk about the local sights. Well, sight. Tales of the Three Graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over on that island to the northwest? Tales of Thomwell Croft. What about the isle to the north, the one that isn't bridged? The rest of the Zee. Rest of the Zee, the bearded watchman scoffs. Here's where you need to be. We don't talk about the rest of the Zee. But a sniveling caitiff draws you aside. I've got something for you, he promises, but I'll need some of that good stuff from London. A lot of the good stuff. That is 2 casks of mushroom wine and 7 supplies. Whee! Compile a port report. Oh, yes, yes, there's been goings-on. A retired monster hunter wants to remember his glory days. In return, he will show you a secret graveyard populated by curious corpses in curious boxes. Compile a port report, please. Surface, in the bleak night of the false stars, surface roiling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and a flash of fire. 3 widows swimming, tentacles, and then we saw His Highness. There's rather a lot of this material. Alright. I could buy some more fuel and supplies. It might be a good idea. Sure, let's do that. Okay. Let's have a picnic. A peaceful afternoon. Your sailors watch the fireflies shimmer swamp shanties, pass round the grog and shy stones at the more vampirically inclined Z-bats. Grasses nod in the breeze. Across the dark water, the lights of Abbey Rock glow watchfully. Lost 3 terror. Lost 5 echo. Okay. I'm going to try northward. We can maybe get this guy to Port Cecil in this trip, which would be really nice because it makes me nervous to have him aboard. So I'm going to try swinging northward. Yeah, this looks like about the right tack. Pirates or ghost? Pirates. Confused pirates. Continuing somewhat confused. Figured something out, got left behind anyway. Took them too long. Okay. Regal Complexus, huh? Oh, they're chasing. That doesn't seem smart. Yes. I'm gonna get rid of this passenger without ever going back to London. Best plan. Okay, I'm going to compile a port report first. Then I'm gonna drop off the checkered character. He waits eagerly by the rail. He lifts his head to inhale. I can already smell the chess, he announces. Go, get off my ship. Thank you, farewell. He says neither of these things. He drops a sweaty bundle of banknotes into your hand and hares off up the hill, fingers twitching to begin a game. Game players, eh? Lost a checkered character, gained 100 echo. Oh, I'm so glad to be rid of him. Let's explore the coral knoll. Sea laps dark around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go carefully. A raggedy fellow. Captain, I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. Take him with you. You could use the extra hand. Leave him here. Strangers are too chancy. You've heard stories about things in the shape of sailors, or you just don't like his face. Or pay his passage home in an act of generosity. Now, the last time I took one of these guys aboard, he turned out to be a face-changing creature that ate my crew. The time that I refused one, he gave me a curse that lost me my girlfriend. I don't like either of these. I could be just rid of him with 250 echo. Yeah, yeah. Get away from me. An enthusiastic handshake. Thank you, Captain. All I can give you is my blessing, poor raggedy thing, and this cloak, raggedier yet, but it was good connate work once. Save seas to ye. Lost 5 terror, lost 250 echo, have an outlandish artifact, and that's all for now, folks. Yay! I yet live. I'm not going to play chess. I don't have a chess piece. How much would it cost to buy Scintillac? I can't buy Scintillac. Okay. Well, that's everything I'm going to be doing here. So, I can buy Scintillac at Pigmote. Let's sail up to Pigmote. You know, assuming that I don't ram my ship into this island here. Or that island, for that matter. Okay, go around this reef. And around this one. Gotten a little off course. Gotten back on course. Storm is watching. Back in the sea of voices. Now in the snares. I'm here for your Scintillac. Hail Cavia. Okay, compile a port report. How much? 125 echo. Yeah. Sure. Let's purchase a Scintillac. Take back to London with me for the Rose Market. Alright, let's help them with a dilemma. Great ships have been dispatched to Pigmote Isle. Oh no. And the aid hurries you to the depths of the Chicken Woods, where the woods are particularly dark and foreboding. It wrings its paws. Hairless advisor, we had hoped to never ask for this. We swore to stand on our own paws, but our supplies are running short. We desperately need your help and your discretion. Donate supplies to greatly help the guinea pigs, or refuse, unwilling or unable. Your answer is no. Okay, what are we looking at here? 5. Okay, this is gonna make things very interesting. We're gonna do it. A careful delivery. The aid meets you at your ship with a pair of trusted assistants. None are used to manual labor and can barely pull the small, heavily loaded cart. They squeak first in depreciation, and then with exhaustion as they slowly drag it away to the town gates. Lost 5 supplies. Gained 2 civilization. They're unexceptional. Gained a point of spirit. Resolved a dilemma. Gained 50 fragment. Hail Cavia. No shops. Oh, I could have gotten the Scintillac for 20 coin less. Oh well. Alright, let's pause for a moment. I can get more supplies if I sail to Demo. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because this is a very small amount of supplies, and that makes me nervous. Oh, that's a big boy. I mean, yes, I could possibly get a strange catch or a hunting trophy from that, but I have 75 hull, and it's twice my size. Oh no, she's still here. Oh, lady, please, please. I don't want to fight you. Aren't we both poets? Well, actually, no, I'm not a poet. But aren't we both writers? Please. Don't shoot at me. Here we are. Okay. Compile a port report. Tea with the factor. Lost 2 terror, gained a supply. Yes, I can buy supplies here. We are not going to die. Okay. Please, lady, please. I have never attacked you in this life. Please. I don't want to die. The crawling stars. The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Record the change and assign a name. If the new shape seems well omened, your crew may be cheered. Who knows? 50-50 chance. Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. I'ma roll the dice. 50-50. The Z-Bat. Bats is luck, a gap to Stoker avers. All agree. Leathery, but lucky. Lost 5 terror. I'll take it. I am trying to head over to Mutton at this point. As far as I remember, this stretch of ocean is fairly uneventful. Okay, so I'm not taking the suspicious dude back to London, and I feel pretty good about that. Far off, very far off, someone screams. Okay, so when I pass this lamp, I want to go pretty much flat east, and that will get me to Quaker's Haven. Oh, the crawling stars again. Well, let's roll the dice on the 50-50. Bat again. Lost 5 more terror. Yep, I should be aimed pretty much straight at it now. Here we are. And let's pull into harbor where, yep, still uneventful and dangerous. Yep, thank you. Compose a port report. Let's get out of here. Let's get gone. Let's go. Place is too creepy. Looks like everybody seems like everybody on the island took every single valuable they had and nothing else, took off their shoes and just walked into the sea. Very very no. All right, I have brought recent news to you. Lost 5 more terror, gained a Z story. Also very glad that I didn't buy that other ship. I would not have had enough money to make that round trip that I did if I had bought that ship. And hey, I found a couple of new places. And also I can cross off the passenger to Port Cecil there. Okay. Alright, the inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency has arrived again. I still have nothing to hide, so do what you will, gentlemen. And gentle ladies, whoever is here. Leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than moldy ship's biscuit. Collect messages. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. Have a free day, and the Rose Market hasn't changed, which is excellent because I have Scintillac for them. So I'm actually going to start with the Rose Market before I forget that I have the Scintillac. The tattooed courier will pay well for a consignment of Scintillac. Her skin is crowded with bright ink. Her smile is cocky. Ooh. I just hiccuped in the middle of that word and it made it sound even dirtier than I meant it to. A satisfied customer. It makes admirable jewelry, she explains, but exceptional tea. 2 of the market's horse-masked attendants help her wheel the box away. Lost 1 Scintillac, gained 105 echo. That is less than I paid for it. Oh, that is a pity. I was hoping for a profit. That is unfortunate. Alright, what else am I hauling around? Oh, yes. I have things for the Admiral and the Admiralty. We are going to whisper to him about the moves in the great game that we just discovered. He has you repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you, but I have a friend in the palace who will be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. Lost a move in the great game, gained 30 echo, and a favor from the admiral. Okay, let's submit some port reports. Guiders Morn, you have something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest? 30 echo and a fuel. Port Cecil, 30 echo and a fuel. Now, here's the thing. Shepherd's Isle, submit as fact or submit as unsubstantiated hearsay. The fact is a chancy challenge at 51%, which is just not good enough. So, unsubstantiated hearsay it is. Friendly scoffing. I agree, it does seem implausible. So many of the stories from that place do. Still, there's a little gold of truth in the mud of rumor from time to time. Your payment, Captain. So the thing here is that at 69%, at 69, I get a 51%, which I'm just going to round that up to 70. In order to get to 100% of being able to announce that, I would have to have 140 veils, which, that is deception. Interesting. But anyway, I have 10 echo and a fuel. The Crimean Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. 5 echo, no fuel. Except for getting pieces of the great game, there's not a lot of worth to going to Crimean Canal. Alright, Pigmote Isle. 10 echo and a fuel. The Iron Republic. Excuse me, I need to unlock this. And this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it eventually. There's always someone. Wait, this is blank. Yes, both sides. No, I assure you. No, I know these things happen in the Republic. Consider this an ex gratia payment to cover your costs. 10 echo, lost a terror, and gained a fuel. The Mangrove College. Oh yes, the muddy philosophers. Do tell. 50 echo, a favor, and a fuel. Quaker's Haven. 5 echo and a fuel. Demo Island. 20 echo and a fuel. I don't need to speak to the Admiral now because I already sold him my move in the great game. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what, let's read the papers. The Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Canelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't, you'd know. Oh, a promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's Provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. Gained a recent news, gained a supply, lost a terror. Okay, let's go see who wants to sign on. It's unlikely that I'll take them, but it's good to look. Oh, just a regular Zailor. Not an officer at all. Well, I don't need another Zailor, so perhaps not. Let's see, what else? Well, it's getting close to my break time. So let us carouse in Wolfstack Docks. A good night out. Sea shanties, good companionship, and the warmth of a pub fire. Lost 5 terror, I'm at 11. Awesome. Only lost 30 echo out of that. Okay. We are not looking half bad. I do still need to figure out where I'm going to go for my next trip. I'm still trying to find Station 3. It's out there somewhere. I could make an attempt at over here. That ship terrifies me, but I feel like the chances of Station 3 being up here is close to nothing. So it must be around here. So probably my best bet would be to sail back down to the Shepherd Isles, go across to Nuncio, and come back to try and hit this place, maybe. Yeah, it seems like a plan. It certainly seems like a plan. Someday I will find Station 3. It's out in this ocean somewhere. I just need to find it. But first, I am going to take my break because my coconut water has gotten extremely low. I've had to be very careful not to make awful, awful slurping noises the last couple of times that I've picked it up. And I could really use a good stretch. And possibly to run some ads? We'll see. But I really have to refill my drink and take a quick bio break. So I will take care of those things, and I will be back in just a few minutes.